Welcome to Peak Ambition, the place where we unlock your full potential. If you're looking for motivation, discipline, and the mindset to push past your limits, you're in the right place. Here we dive into powerful lessons from history's greatest leaders, life-changing speeches, and the strategies that turn dreams into reality. If you're ready to level up and chase greatness, hit that subscribe button and let's start this journey together. Stay focused, stay driven, and let's reach new heights. Making your bed every morning may seem like a simple, even insignificant task, but according to Admiral William H. McRaven, it is one of the most powerful habits a person can develop. It is not about the bed itself. It is about discipline, responsibility, and the ability to accomplish small tasks that eventually lead to larger successes. This idea, which was central to Admiral McRaven's famous commencement speech, carries deep meaning that extends far beyond the physical act of straightening sheets and fluffing pillows. It is a philosophy for life, one that emphasizes the importance of consistency, attention to detail, and the power of small victories. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do sets the tone for the rest of the day. If your first action is to make your bed, you have already completed one task. That small accomplishment, though seemingly insignificant, creates a sense of pride. It is a psychological trigger that tells your brain you are ready to take on the day. More importantly, it reinforces the idea that small actions matter. The discipline to perform this minor task instills a mindset that translates into larger achievements. When you take care of the little things, you are more likely to succeed in handling the bigger ones. This principle is evident in many aspects of life. In any profession, success does not come from grand gestures alone. It comes from the accumulation of small, consistent efforts. A great athlete does not become great overnight. They follow a disciplined routine, training every day, perfecting the smallest details of their craft. A successful entrepreneur does not wake up one morning with $1 billion company. They build it step by step, focusing on the fundamentals, making small but meaningful decisions that contribute to long-term success. A student does not become a top performer by cramming for one test. They succeed through daily study habits, completing one assignment at a time. The simple act of making your bed also creates a ripple effect. Completing one task encourages you to complete another, and then another. By the end of the day, that first accomplishment can lead to an entire series of productive actions. On the other hand, if you neglect the small tasks, you may find yourself struggling to tackle larger responsibilities. It becomes easier to let things slide, to procrastinate, and to adopt a mindset of carelessness. But when you start with discipline, you build momentum, and that momentum carries over into everything else you do. Beyond discipline, making your bed is a reminder that even in the midst of chaos, there is a sense of order you can create. Life is unpredictable, and there will always be situations beyond your control. However, by taking charge of small aspects of your environment, you gain a sense of stability. On days when nothing seems to go right, when everything feels overwhelming, at the very least you can come back to a neatly made bed. That bed serves as a visual representation of order, a reminder that even when life is difficult, you have control over how you respond to it. Another important lesson tied to making your bed is that no task is beneath you. Sometimes people overlook simple responsibilities because they believe they are too small or unimportant. However, great leaders and successful individuals understand that humility and attention to detail are crucial. If you cannot complete small tasks with excellence, how can you be trusted with bigger responsibilities? True success is not just about ambition, it is about being willing to put in the work no matter how minor the task may seem. Admiral McRaven's message is clear. If you want to change the world, start with making your bed. It is a small but powerful habit that instills discipline, encourages productivity, creates a sense of order, and reinforces the importance of taking responsibility for even the smallest tasks. These qualities, when practiced consistently, shape a mindset that leads to success in every aspect of life. The path to greatness does not begin with monumental actions, but with the decision to take control of the little things. One bed, one task, one day at a time. Life is full of challenges, obstacles, and setbacks, and the way we respond to them determines our success and character. Admiral William H. McRaven emphasized the importance of embracing struggles rather than avoiding them, because hardship is an inevitable part of any journey toward greatness. In his famous speech, he spoke about the grueling training Navy SEALs undergo, particularly an exercise known as the circus. This was a physically demanding punishment for those who failed to meet the daily standards, designed to push them beyond their limits. At first, it seemed like a punishment meant to break the recruits down, but in reality, it made them stronger. Those who endured the extra pain, the extra training, and the extra hardship became the toughest, most resilient, and most capable among them. This principle extends beyond military training and applies to every aspect of life. Whether in academics, careers, personal relationships, or any other pursuit, adversity is not a sign of failure, but an opportunity to grow. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who have an easy path, but the ones who struggle, endure, and keep moving forward despite the difficulties. The difference between success and failure often comes down to how a person responds when faced with setbacks. Some people allow hardships to discourage them, while others use them as fuel to push harder and improve. History is filled with stories of individuals who faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles but emerged stronger. Thomas Edison, for example, failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. He did not see failure as an end, but as a learning experience. He famously said that he had not failed, he had simply found thousands of ways that did not work. His perseverance and ability to embrace struggle led to one of the greatest inventions in history. Similarly, Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of giving up, he used that failure as motivation to train harder and prove himself, ultimately becoming a legend in the sport. Struggles are not just obstacles. They are necessary for growth. Muscles grow stronger through resistance, and the same principle applies to mental and emotional strength. When a person goes through hardship, they build resilience, confidence, and the ability to handle even greater challenges in the future. Those who never experience difficulties often lack the mental toughness needed to persevere when real challenges arise. Life will always present difficulties, but those who embrace the struggle rather than running from it will find themselves better prepared for whatever comes their way. Another important lesson about struggle is that it builds character. People who go through difficult times develop empathy, understanding, and a sense of gratitude for what they have. They learn to appreciate success more because they understand the effort required to achieve it. Hardship also teaches humility. No matter how talented or intelligent someone may be, everyone will face difficulties at some point. These moments serve as reminders that success is not guaranteed and that perseverance is required to achieve any worthwhile goal. Admiral McRaven's lesson on embracing struggle is particularly relevant in today's world, where many people seek shortcuts to success. In reality, there is no easy way to achieve greatness. Every success story is built on a foundation of hard work, failures, and persistence. The people who are willing to endure discomfort, make sacrifices, and push through difficulties are the ones who ultimately succeed. Struggle should not be seen as something to be avoided, but as a necessary part of the journey. It is what separates those who give up from those who achieve their dreams. In the end, hardship is not the enemy. It is the fire that forges strength, resilience, and character. The path to success is rarely smooth, but for those who are willing to embrace the struggle, the rewards are greater than they ever imagined. Fear is an inevitable part of life. It lurks in the background of every challenge, every risk, and every opportunity. Admiral William H. McRaven, in his famous speech, spoke about a critical lesson learned during Navy SEAL training: facing fear head-on. One of the most daunting exercises during SEAL training involves swimming in dark waters knowing that sharks may be nearby. The recruits are taught a simple but powerful rule. If a shark circles you, do not swim away. Do not panic. Do not back down. Instead, stand your ground and, if necessary, punch the shark in the snout. This lesson is not just about surviving in the water, it is about surviving in life. Fear can be paralyzing. It can stop people from taking risks, chasing their dreams, or standing up for themselves. It manifests in different ways: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But avoiding fear does not make it disappear, it only gives it more power. The more someone runs from fear, the stronger it becomes. Facing it directly is the only way to overcome it. Just as a Navy SEAL must confront the shark in the water, people must confront their fears with courage and determination. History is filled with examples of individuals who achieved greatness not because they had no fear, but because they faced it head-on. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison fighting against apartheid, never knowing if he would see freedom again. Yet he did not let fear break his spirit. Instead, he emerged stronger, eventually leading his country to unity and progress. He once said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." This powerful statement reflects the truth that fear itself is not the problem. How one responds to it is what matters. Fear of failure is one of the biggest obstacles to success. Many people never start their journey because they are afraid of making mistakes or looking foolish. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of it. Every great entrepreneur, artist, athlete, and leader has failed at some point. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is the willingness to keep going despite failure. Instead of running away from challenges, those who achieve greatness step into them with confidence, knowing that even if they fail, they will learn and grow. Fear also prevents people from standing up for what they believe in. It takes courage to speak the truth, to defend others, and to challenge the status quo. Throughout history, those who made the greatest impact, Martin Luther King, Jules Mahatma Gandhi, Malala Yousafzai, were individuals who refused to back down in the face of fear. They understood that fear is only temporary, but regret lasts forever. Those who choose to stay silent out of fear often look back and wish they had spoken up. Standing one's ground, even when it is difficult, is what builds true strength and integrity. Another important lesson about fear is that it thrives on uncertainty. The unknown is frightening because it cannot be controlled. But life is unpredictable, and waiting for certainty before taking action means missing countless opportunities. Those who achieve great things do not wait until they feel completely ready. They take the leap despite their fear. Whether it is starting a new business, moving to a different country, or pursuing a passion, the key is to move forward with determination, even when fear is present. Fear is a part of life, but it does not have to be a barrier. It is a test of character, an opportunity to grow, and a challenge to be overcome. The lesson from Admiral McRaven is clear. When fear circles around you like a shark, do not retreat. Face it, stand your ground, fight back. Because on the other side of fear is the strength, resilience, and success that define those who refuse to back down. Discipline is the foundation of success. It is not about talent, luck, or intelligence alone. It is about consistent effort, repeated actions, and unwavering commitment to a goal. Admiral William H. McRaven emphasized this principle in his famous speech, explaining that small habits, such as making your bed every morning, instill the discipline necessary to achieve greatness. The concept is simple. If you cannot complete small tasks with precision and dedication, how can you expect to handle larger challenges? Discipline is the key to transforming potential into achievement. Success does not happen overnight. It is built through consistent effort day after day, even when motivation fades. Many people start with enthusiasm when pursuing a goal, but enthusiasm alone is not enough. Without discipline, that initial excitement eventually fades, replaced by distractions, procrastination, or discouragement. Those who succeed are not necessarily the most talented. They are the ones who show up every single day, even when they do not feel like it. Whether it is waking up early to exercise, studying even when tired, or staying committed to a long-term project, discipline is the force that keeps progress moving forward. Athletes provide a perfect example of discipline in action. The best athletes in the world do not rely solely on their natural abilities. They train rigorously, follow strict routines, and push themselves beyond their limits. A professional runner does not wake up one morning and decide to run a marathon. They train for months, sticking to a disciplined schedule regardless of how they feel. Even on days when they are exhausted or unmotivated, they continue because they understand that discipline is more important than temporary emotions. This principle applies to every area of life, from academics to business to personal development. Discipline is also about making the right choices even when no one is watching. It is easy to do the right thing when others are around, but true discipline is demonstrated in the moments when no one is holding you accountable. A student who studies diligently without needing reminders, an employee who works hard even when their boss is not looking, or an entrepreneur who stays focused despite obstacles These are the people who achieve long-term. Discipline is not about external pressure. It is about internal commitment. It is the ability to stay focused on what matters, even when distractions and temptations arise. Another critical aspect of discipline is delayed gratification. Many people struggle with discipline because they seek immediate rewards instead of long-term success. They choose comfort over growth, entertainment over productivity, or ease over effort. However, those who practice discipline understand that true success requires patience. A person who wants to get in shape must resist the temptation of unhealthy food and stay consistent with exercise. A writer who wants to publish a book must commit to writing every day, even when inspiration is lacking. A student who wants to excel in school must study consistently, rather than cramming at the last minute. The rewards of discipline are not always immediate, but they are lasting and meaningful. Life is full of distractions and excuses. It is easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I don't feel like it today. But every time a person chooses to delay action, they are reinforcing a habit of inconsistency. Successful people do not wait for perfect conditions. They take action regardless of how they feel. They train their minds to push through discomfort, understanding that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Discipline is not about punishment or restriction. It is about freedom. It provides the freedom to achieve dreams, the freedom to control one's future, and the freedom to reach one's highest potential. Without discipline, talent is wasted and opportunities are missed. Admiral McRaven's message is clear: discipline is the foundation of success, and those who master it will always be ahead. The path to greatness is not easy, but it is simple. Stay consistent, stay committed, and never underestimate the power of daily discipline. Failure is an unavoidable part of life, yet many people fear it so much that they avoid taking risks or stepping outside their comfort zones. Admiral William H. McRaven emphasized the importance of failure in his famous speech, explaining that setbacks are not the end of the road, but rather stepping stones to success. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of failures, mistakes, and lessons learned along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not the absence of failure, it is the ability to rise after falling. One of the biggest misconceptions about failure is that it is a sign of weakness or incompetence. In reality, failure is proof that someone is trying, pushing themselves, and taking on challenges. Those who never fail are usually the ones who never take risks. Playing it safe may protect someone from short-term disappointment, but it also prevents them from reaching their full potential. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey toward it. History is filled with examples of individuals who turned failure into success. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed thousands of times before he finally succeeded. When asked about his failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000,000 ways that won't work." His mindset was not focused on setbacks, but on learning from them. This approach allowed him to persist where others might have given up. Similarly, J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, faced multiple rejections from publishers before finally achieving success. If she had given up after her first few failures, the world would never have known one of the most beloved book series of all time. Failure teaches valuable lessons that success never could. When a person fails, they are forced to analyze their mistakes, rethink their approach, and improve. It builds resilience, creativity, and problem-solving skills. Those who embrace failure as a learning opportunity are the ones who continuously grow. In contrast, those who fear failure and avoid challenges often remain stagnant. The most successful people in any field, business, sports, arts, or science, are those who use their failures as motivation to work harder and smarter. Failure also builds character. It humbles people and teaches them patience, perseverance, and the value of hard work. Many times, failure forces individuals to reevaluate their priorities, refine their goals, and develop a deeper sense of determination. The ability to recover from failure and keep moving forward is what separates true leaders from the rest. When someone faces a setback but refuses to quit, they prove not only to others but also to themselves that they have the strength to overcome any obstacle. One of the most powerful lessons about failure is that it is temporary. A person may fail at something today, but that does not mean they will fail forever. Many people allow a single failure to define them, convincing themselves that they are not capable or worthy of success. However, the truth is that failure is only permanent if a person chooses to stop trying. Those who keep pushing forward will eventually turn their failures into victories. Admiral McRaven's message about failure is clear. Do not fear it, do not run from it, and do not let it define you. Instead, use it as fuel to become stronger, wiser, and more determined. Every failure is an opportunity to grow, every mistake is a lesson, and every setback is a chance to come back even stronger. The path to success is rarely a straight line. It is full of ups and downs, victories and failures. But those who keep going, no matter how many times they fall, are the ones who ultimately succeed. Hope is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It is what keeps people moving forward despite hardships, failures, and uncertainty. Admiral William H. McRaven, in his famous speech, emphasized the importance of hope, especially in the darkest moments. He shared stories from Navy SEAL training where extreme physical and mental challenges pushed recruits to their limits. One of the most powerful moments was when a group of exhausted trainees covered in cold mud were close to giving up. But then one person started singing. A small act that lifted the spirits of the entire group. That single moment of hope was enough to push them forward, reminding them that they were not alone and that they could endure. Hope is what gives people the strength to keep going when everything seems impossible. It is easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but true resilience is tested in times of struggle. Many people face moments in life when they feel lost, overwhelmed, or defeated. It could be a personal loss, a career setback, or an unexpected challenge. In those moments, hope is what prevents them from giving up. It is the belief that things can get better, that struggles are temporary, and that perseverance will eventually lead to success. History is filled with examples of individuals who found strength through hope. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison not knowing if he would ever see freedom again, but he never lost hope, and his vision for a better South Africa kept him going. When he was finally released, he led his country toward unity and peace. Similarly, during World War II, soldiers and civilians alike endured incredible hardships, but it was their hope for a better future that kept them strong. Without hope, many of history's greatest achievements would never have been possible. Hope is not just about personal resilience. It has the power to inspire and uplift others. Just as one person's song lifted the spirits of the struggling SEAL trainees, small acts of hope can create a ripple effect. A kind word, a helping hand, or a message of encouragement can change someone's perspective. Many times, people do not realize the impact they have on others. A teacher who believes in a struggling student, a friend who supports someone going through a hard time, or a leader who inspires a team, these small actions can give others the strength to keep going. One of the greatest dangers in life is losing hope. When people lose hope, they stop trying. They accept failure as final, believing that nothing will ever change. This is why hope is not just a feeling, it is a choice. It is the decision to believe in a better future, even when there is no immediate evidence of it. People who succeed in life are often the ones who refuse to give up, even when everything seems against them. They hold on to hope, even in the face of adversity. Admiral McRaven's message about hope is a reminder that no matter how difficult life becomes, there is always a reason to keep going. Hope is what turns dreams into reality, what helps people recover from failure, and what brings light to the darkest times. It is what drives innovation, fuels perseverance, and gives meaning to struggle. The world has seen countless examples of people overcoming the impossible simply because they refuse to lose hope. In the end, those who believe in a better future, even when it seems distant, are the ones who create it. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and comment your biggest takeaway below. Remember, success is built on discipline, resilience, and the courage to face your fears. Keep striving, keep pushing, and never settle for less than your full potential. Subscribe for more powerful content. And as always, keep climbing because greatness is within your reach. This is Peak Ambition, and I'll see you in the next one.